Good morning, everyone. Welcome.
Good morning.
Welcome to this glorious day. Turn around and greet your fellow parishioners here, or church people. My roots are showing, aren't they? And hello to everyone online. It is a glorious day to be here at Sun Lakes, Unity of Sun Lakes, to share together our blessings and our Rev Jeanne's message today. So, first of all, let's make sure that, my name is Dr. JaJa. Let's make sure that your cell phones are turned off, first of all. I did mine this morning before I left, right? Everyone else is, no one's reaching for their, you're reaching, okay, make sure, thank you. All right, so today we have our beautiful flowers here. Can you see them? Because I've got this little thing right in front in order to be visible to our people that are with us virtually. The beautiful flowers are from Sheila Taylor. So let's thank you. And we're really blessed today because we're going to have a ton of entertainment. And guess who's singing for us today? JaJa! And Brian, including Brian on the keyboard. So we have an opening song, and I believe it's something from one of my favorite singers, right? From Agape Church, where I used to go to in California. And is it from her? Yeah, okay. Ricky Byers. Beckwith Byers, or Byers Beckwith, I think. The other way, I think Ricky. And the song is wonderful, so please join us in singing.
This is a call and response, so sing along with us.
Enjoyed that song. It's one of my favorite songs. So let's see, do we have any guests today that we can welcome? Well, we'll welcome everybody, and we'll welcome our guests online too. So if you could join me with the blessing.
We love you, we bless you, and we welcome you.
So we have an opening prayer with our own Julia Norton.
Good morning.
Good morning.
What a beautiful day. I got to walk to church today. Close your eyes and go into your heart space. You know, the kingdom of God is located there, and we share it with everyone. Relax and listen to the music. Rev Jeanne's message about that key to the kingdom of God. God has given us that kingdom. And we'll learn today the keys that open that door. As we go forth this week, we share love and light and smiles with everyone we see, everyone we meet. And give hugs to our little furry creatures too. Thank you, thank you, thank you for giving us this beautiful day, these beautiful people that we share our love with. And so it is.
And so it is.
Did you get the green memo?
Yes, you missed it. We're sorry. This is not that common a color, you know.
And it looks, everybody's got it.
It's color today. Yeah. Yeah, right, yeah.
Dark green's my favorite color.
Yeah. Well, I have dark green, but you can't see where that is. All shades today. The title of today's daily word is free. Divine wisdom, love, and strength guides everyone to freedom. While you may not be able to control what is happening around you, you have the power to choose your response. Even though it may seem paradoxical, assuming complete responsibility for your reactions and choices is the key to your freedom. No one and nothing can make you feel a certain way. Living from this awareness gives you the power to create a life from the inside out. Choose your thoughts, words, and actions. If you don't like what life is showing you, make new choices. I know it makes it sound easy, doesn't it? Do not squander spiritual freedom. Other people and worldly situations have no control over you. That comes from inside. Taking full responsibility for your life makes you free to create a future by living from divinity. And from 1 Peter 2:16, as the servants of God, live as free people, yet do not use your freedom as a pretext for evil.
How's it going?
Great.
Good, good, good. Did you guys use the golden key last week?
Yes.
We had a few. Yes. Do we have any testimonies?
I found my booklet, but I forgot to bring it. And you know, it was the only one of my booklets that was, it had been wet at some point, so it's a wonderful booklet, but I couldn't find the little one.
Okay.
The one with the, you know, it must be in California. I'll look for it, but
Thank you.
it's very simple, the golden key.
Right. So do you have a testimony of using the golden key this week?
Okay.
Yes?
I mean, as a chosen few of you know, I'm very uptight about playing bridge I'm very uptight about playing bridge a million times a week like I do, for hours and hours, and not doing not doing well. And so I've used the golden key to tell myself that it was God, and it wasn't doing well or whatever, and it made it more fun.
Awesome.
Briefly.
Thank you.
Barb, make different choices.
Okay.
I'm still not.
I have a golden key.
You have golden key.
I've had it in my purse for the past year. Had this golden key in my purse for the past year.
Wow.
I'm sure it works.
Did you use it? Did it open a door for you?
Always.
Thank you.
Can we get one? Is there a place to order?
I don't know if we can. Whoa, hi.
Don't get hurt.
Anyone else have a golden key example they used this week? Okay. I gave you guys an assignment. And you said you were going to use it. So will you do it this week?
Yes.
Okay, and do you remember what it is?
No.
Thank you for your honesty. The golden key opens doors to harmony, to peace, to love. And it is simple. All you have to do when you have an issue with a thing or with a person or a challenge, all you have to do is think about God. All things God. You can say, I'm going to golden key that person. And then you just think of all the things you know about God, because it puts you in alignment with God. And God is all good, remember, all good. So we shift our consciousness from whatever that challenge is to raise our vibration to God. And God handles it all. We know and we trust that God is all good. Is that clear? Yeah. Okay. So you don't have to report next week, but I might ask. Okay? All right. So this week's teaching is called I Behold the Christ in You. And it's another spiritual tool. So let me read this. This is actually in the Winds of Song. I wondered all week if Kay knows this song, because you know that book so well. It's called I Behold the Christ in You. Here, the life of God I see. I can see great peace, too. I can see you whole, free. I behold the Christ in you. I can see this as you walk. I can see this in all you do. I can see this as you talk. I behold God's love expressed. I can see you filled with power. I can see you ever blessed. I see Christ in you, hour by hour. I behold the Christ in you. I can see that perfect one. Led by God in all you do, I can see God's work is done. So that song was written by Frank B. Whitney under the tutelage of Unity Minister Tom Thorpe. And it's number 64K if you want to look that up in the hymnal. So it's a beautiful method to use to behold the Christ in yourself and in each other. When I first came to Unity of Mesa, I remember they would pull congregants up that had done something really great for the church. And we would all, as a congregation, put our hands together and say, I behold the Christ in you. You remember that? Mm-hmm. So it can be used, just that simple statement, I behold the Christ in you. I actually looked up the word behold because it's old-fashioned to me. I don't ever say, I behold. No. So it just means I look, I gaze upon, I see. And as a matter of fact, when I was Catholic, my very first song I ever wrote was titled,
I see God in you.
Yes. I mean, how strange that it all comes full circle. But I wrote a song called I See God in You, and at the time that was not something that we said in the Catholic Church. Not to my knowledge. So it can be used as an affirmation for those that you love. And it's been known to lift the spirits and the vision for those of whom it is prayed. I behold the Christ in you. It's a very powerful prayer. You can use it as an affirmation for yourself. To celebrate yourself when your energy is high. I behold the Christ in me. You can use it to truly know your Christ nature. You can use it to remind yourself of the truth when you are feeling less than Christ-like. And finally, you can use it as a first step in learning to love the people that you find it difficult to love. For example, you feel hurt by something that they said or something that they did. Responding to that hurt by saying, I behold the Christ in you, with as much positive energy as you possibly can muster. It is guaranteed to lift your spirits, but it might even lift the person that you're praying for. So it is true that the Christ, the image and likeness of God, is the true essence of every one of us. So I invite you to use this tool in your life. Thank you.
Meditation song.
Okay. So now we will sing a song that will hopefully allow you to experience the Christ in you and in each other.
That wasn't your talk?
Hmm?
That wasn't your talk?
It was a teaching moment.
Oh.
We are singing a song called Open and Willing, but I do not know who the author is. I'm sorry. Please sing along.
That's beautiful, thank you. I just wanted to mention that there are times when I do some crisis intervention at work, and what I say before I go is, I'm open, please guide me. And so I don't say these exact words, but the meaning is there, so it really does work. Anytime you're moving into a situation that might be challenging, or that you may need some guidance, this is a really important and incredible way to ask for that guidance. Okay, so we're going to continue with a really interesting meditation. I say interesting, right?
Don't put the pressure on. Don't
We
put the
have Mark
pressure
Ritz
on.
doing our meditation for us, so I know it'll be interesting.
Thank you. I didn't get the green memo. I decided that I wasn't going to prepare anything. Rather, I was going to listen to what happened before the meditation and then just try to take some of those thoughts and go with them. So let's all just get into a space where we're breathing, relaxing. Take a deep breath. Slowly release it. Do it again. And I don't know if you can hear it, but there's a sound in the background that kind of sounds like a river. So why don't we take a trip? Why don't you take a walk down someplace that you love? Maybe the mountains, maybe by a stream. And as you walk, feel the peace inside you. Feel the love that permeates your heart. And connect the source, that Christ source that lives inside you and in everyone else. And then come to a place where you can just stop. And maybe you sit, maybe you still stand, maybe you're on the ground, maybe you're on a log, maybe you're on a raft. Let's say that now you transported onto a raft and you're floating downstream. And what you see on the banks of the stream are the events of your life. And maybe you remember an early birthday present when you felt special. Or maybe you remember a time when you were embarrassed or humiliated in those awful teen years. But you learned, you grew, you evolved. And as you continue floating downstream, you realize your whole life has been one process of learning and evolving. Sometimes you had to do it again because the same pattern kept repeating itself until you finally said, you know what, this isn't working. God, help me find a different way. And when you connected with God, you connected with that source. Isn't it true that amazing things would transpire? You asked for love and love came your way. You asked for wisdom and wisdom came. You ran into a situation where someone was really bothering you, you were feeling conflict, strife, and you just said, I surrender. There's some learning going on here. I just have to surrender to it. Realize that this is all part of the journey. And think about now how in moments of silence and in moments of connection with the Lord God, you receive messages all the time. Guidance on what to do and how to feel. And it all comes down to being a loving, compassionate, and generous person. Realizing that all of us are here to learn in this earth school. And be thankful for those times of joy and those times of strife. Because every time on the other side, you came out transformed. And realize that right now, as you sit in this room and float downstream, you are the best version of you that you have ever been. And maybe your body's falling apart a little bit, but it doesn't matter. You can step outside of that and say, look at me. Look at everything I've learned. Look at everything I've done. Look at all the love I've shared. Look at the people who I have impacted and who have impacted me, and what a beautiful journey it has been. And now you're getting to a part in the stream that you've never seen before. And you know it's curving up ahead, and you know there are things up ahead that you can't foresee. But you just say, God, I put my faith in you. I put my trust in you. Guide me along the way. I don't know where this river ends, but whatever it is, wherever that is, and whatever's happening, I am at peace. And now you find a little bank in that river, and you steer your raft over. You stand on some sandy ground. The sun is shining on you, and you just feel God's energy coursing through you. And you say, God, I am so grateful for your guidance, your love, your consciousness, your energy. Help me to be the best person that I can be. And so it is.
Thank you, that was beautiful. Let us be the best person that we can be and how we can make a difference in other people's lives. So we have the JaJas and Brian back with us again. So thank you.
Hold the Christ in you.
I am that I am since the moment I was born. I forgot that I am the I am in human form. In these lucid moments, in the being of it all, I remember who I am since the moment I was born. My moments of awakening, too precious to forget. I tell myself and tell myself that there's nowhere to get. I find myself awakening a little more each day. But when I'm in the moment, I hear spirits say, I am that I am since the moment I was born. I forgot that I am the I am in human form. In these lucid moments, in the being of it all, I remember who I am since the moment I was born. If you will remember me, I'll remember
think I made it tight.
Good, thank God. Okay. So pronounce every experience good and of God. And by that mental attitude, you will call forth only the good. Isn't that a great line?
Yeah.
So it's a part of our monthly affirmation. But let's say it again with some real gusto this morning because it's the last time of the month. I pronounce, do we have it? Oh, it's not there? Oh,
Oh, there it is.
let's do it together. I pronounce every experience good and of God, and thereby I call forth only the good. Okay, thank you. So I thought it was a great line to set the tone for the beginning of this year. These are the words from Unity co-founder Charles Fillmore, and he did this in Words of Truth, one of my favorite books, obviously. And it's been our theme for this month. So today we'll wrap up this monthly theme by looking at what I've called the key to the kingdom. And it's not to be confused with the golden key. This is a different key. I took a class many years ago that was created by New Thought minister David Owen Ritz. And the class was called The Keys to the Kingdom. The concepts from which take us to turn around the upward spiral of evolution to a stronger, more stable, mature, expanded, consistent abundance consciousness, which is more fully aligned with the universal all good. Hey, there's a theme there. Has anyone heard of it or taken it? No, I think you and I took it together. I never throw my notes away. As a little overview, the 7 keys to the kingdom were making the commitment, holding the vision, building a new awareness, making room for the new, letting go of the past, counting the blessings, and living in the flow. Sounds pretty good, right?
Yeah.
Speaking our language. Well, I believe that there is an additional key, and I'm going to call it the master key, that then allows those 7 keys to be effective. And that's what I want us to explore this morning. So, frankly, it's a key that's been given a bad rap. It has a sullied reputation. And those in the spiritual world don't really think too kindly toward it. But that's because it's been misused. It's simply been misused. This morning I want to give us a new use for it because it's vital to unlocking the keys to the kingdom, where we can experience everything as good and of God. So to introduce this misused and misunderstood key, I have a quick story, and then I'll ask you to see if you can tell me what the key is. A man was sitting at the counter of a diner and said to the waitress, "I guess I'll just have a cup of coffee." She replied, "No jelly donuts this morning to go with that coffee?" "No," he said, "I'm trying to cut back. Maybe later." She says, "How much later?" "Oh, about 15 minutes. "Wow," she says, "your willpower is amazing." So what's the key?
Good intentions.
Choice.
Sort of. She says, "Wow, your willpower is amazing." What's the key?
Positive.
Willpower.
Willpower. Willpower. We think that using our willpower is trying to force or coerce something to happen, Just like that man trying to use his willpower to not have a jelly donut. And it wasn't very effective, was it?
For 15 minutes it was.
Maybe for 15 minutes. We don't even know. Yeah. So in our model of spiritual evolution, the why me, the by me, the through me, or as me, we talk a lot about the will in the by me stage. Happens by me. When we learn that we are creative beings and not victims, which is the why me stage of evolution, and that the power of creation lives in us, it's tempting to move into thinking that we can, through our will, force things to happen. I'm going to use my own personal example of willpower today. But while I'm talking about mine, I want you to think about a situation in your life where you know that you could use some strong willpower, okay? So my situation is I have quite a sweet tooth. In case you didn't know. Yeah? Yeah. Unfortunately, sugar does not like my body at all. Maybe it doesn't like yours either. But last year, I tried several different diets. Last year, beginning of January, I tried a very expensive diet, and then I fell off that one, and then I tried at least 2 more times last year with drugs to lose weight. And when the holidays hit this year, I just allowed myself to have whatever I wanted. Whatever came by I grabbed it. And it didn't matter if it was already did it earlier, might as well have another one, you blew it, you know. So. But it wasn't long into the new year that I started to have health challenges. Because like I said, I already know sugar doesn't like my body. I'm a breast cancer survivor, and cancer loves sugar. I know. But that's not enough. Knowing is not enough to say I'm going to stop. So let's look at the definition of willpower, or will. Paul Hasselbeck, a prolific Unity author and teacher, defined will as our ability to choose with thought concentration towards right thinking. And Charles Fillmore says in the 12 Powers of Man, if you have the will to do the will of God, the exercise of your will in that direction strengthens your will. And you begin to expand in power. I always wondered when people said, well, if it's God's will. I mean, that kind of causes a question, well, what is God's will? Well, if you have faith in things invisible, there is growing in your mind the faith seed, and your faith is increased. Paramahansa Yogananda said, God gave us freedom to use our own will. If you strengthen your will by practicing self-control and meditation, it becomes free. And as soon as your will is free, you are master of your fate. You must take time, though, to do the things that are good for your own welfare. So think of this. The will of God. If God is all good, the will of God is what's good for you. And you already know that. So if you align with God's will, you're aligning with what's good for you. I get that. Thinking more of God, practicing self-control and meditating, cultivating the will to think of God. Sounds familiar, don't it? That's the golden key. Ernest Holmes writes that will is the conscious directive power of the intellect. And that as such, it has a very important place in the creative order. Through the will, we decide just what we wish to have done. The will holds the attention to the mental viewpoint until the creative power has time to work through the law of unfoldment. The will is given to protect ourselves. Nothing should be allowed to pass into the creative currents of our thoughts until the will has first admitted it. The will must first analyze, dissect, and then decide what it wishes the inner imagination to work on. It's a lot of words, I know. Bear with me. The spiritual principles on which we live are there is only one power, one presence, one life, and that life is whole, perfect, and that life is God. And number 2, I am one with God, so that life is my life now. So we use our will to remember those things. That's it. That's the only thing we have to use our will on, is to remember those 2 things. God takes care of the rest. We don't have to tell God what we want. God knows what's good and right for us. We just have to use our own personal will to remember those 2 principles. Holmes wrote in the Science of Mind textbook, healing is not accomplished through willpower, but by knowing the truth. And we use our will to keep us focused on the truth. That there is one presence and one power, and that is God, and I am one with that presence and power. Thomas Troward wrote in the Door Lectures, therefore, it is that if we would bring a new order of life, light, and liberty, i.e., no sugar, Jeannie, no sugar. That's a new order for me, of light, life, and liberty. If we are to bring a new order into our lives, we must commence by bringing a new order into our thought and find ourselves the starting point of a new creative series. Not by the force of personal will, but by union with the divine spirit, which in the expression of its inherent love and beauty makes all things new. And we use our personal will to remain in the mental and emotional consciousness of union with the divine spirit. Florence Scovel Shinn, in The Game of Life and How to Play It, she said, the curious thing is, man always gets just what he desires when he does relinquish personal will, thereby enabling infinite intelligence to work through him. And we actually need to use our will to keep us in that mental and emotional place to enable intelligence to work through us. Does that make sense? Okay. So, as usual, I got the opportunity to practice what I'm preaching about. I'm on day 14 with no sugar.
Put out your hand, let's see how it's shaking. No shakes.
I'm meditating every day. I'm using my will, and all I'm doing is focusing on God. And if I look at a Reese's peanut butter cup, which is my favorite, it looks like plastic to me right now. That would not have been possible 15 days ago.
That's a good start.
It's a good start. I also have a mantra that I say as many times as I can remember. I got this from Yogananda, Paramahansa Yogananda. He says, Night and day, day and night, I seek thee. I love it. It's just putting me in the presence of sweetness.
Say it again.
Night and day, day and night, I seek thee. It's my way of building my relationship. I do have to admit I had a couple of days in a row of headaches, incredible headaches that nothing would take away the headache. And I was really irritable. Like, I didn't know who I was. And I didn't know why I was irritable, but then I finally figured it out. That was a sugar withdrawal. Yeah. So I want to share a concept this morning from a recently published book. Not recent, it was published in 2011, and it was called Outwitting the Devil. It was actually written in 1938, though, not published till 2011.
Wow.
Do I have time?
You always have time.
So, about the devil, I'm going to skip a joke, but the devil, we don't believe in the devil in unity. Why?
Who was believing the devil?
People believe in the devil, believe me, people believe in the devil. But his book is called Outwitting the Devil, and I just want to presence, we do not in unity believe in the devil because
God is good.
God is good and there's only one power, there's only one presence, there is no devil. It's God. And one presence and one power. There can't be God and something else. So Hill's book may seem contradictory to our beliefs, and if we take it literally, well, yeah, it is. But if we take it metaphysically, it's right in line. His book is right in line with what we believe. He writes, "My greatest weapon over human beings," obviously he's speaking as the devil, "consists of two secret principles by which I gain control of their minds. Through the first principle, the principle of habit, I silently enter the minds of people. By operating through this principle, I establish the habit of drifting. When a person begins to drift on any subject, he's headed straight towards the gates of what you earthbound call hell. A drifter is one who permits himself to be influenced and controlled by circumstances outside of his own mind. A drifter is one who accepts whatever life throws at his way without making a protest or putting up a fight. He also says, nothing can stop me except the power of accurate thought. People who think accurately do not drift on any subject. They recognize the power of their own minds. Moreover, they take over that power and yield it to no person or influence. He says, I control the minds of men only because they neglect or refuse to control and use their own minds. What do these concepts have to do with our master key this morning? We use the power of our will not to drift. We use the power of our will to take control of our own minds. And we use the power of our will to create habits of accurate thinking. So today I invite you to try this whenever your mind wanders, whenever you find yourself drifting to a negative thought or a negative feeling, and use your will to return to, there is only one life, there is only one power, and that power is God. This is my life now. And if you feel resistance in saying that, then you know there's some work to do. Something deeper to explore within you, perhaps. And when you don't feel resistance to the statement, you will feel it in your body. You'll feel more expansive. You'll feel your shoulders will relax. You'll feel your forehead relax. chin as you lean into and open up the communication, your connection with the truth. Often we think of willpower, we think we're going to try to make ourselves do something, and then we push ourselves to do it. But really, that is such a small amount of the strength that we're capable of. So to conclude, there was a little boy who was out for a walk with his dad. He walked up to a big rock and he looked at it, and his dad said, "Do you think you can move that rock?" The dad said, I think you can move that if you use all your willpower. And the little boy moves up his shoulders and he presses really hard on that rock, harder and harder, and he can't make it move. He tries and he tries, using all of his force. And then he just can't move it. And finally he gave up and he says, "Dad, you were wrong. I can't. I tried. I used all of my power, but I still can't move the rock." And the dad said, "You didn't use all your willpower. You didn't use all your power. You didn't ask me for help." So I ask you now to close your eyes and enter into that place of the Most High, where all the divine help, the divine strength, and the divine power reside. I pronounce every experience good and of God, and thereby I call forth only the good. God bless you all.
Thank you, that was beautiful. Beautiful. So we have time now for our tithe. We have a giving.
Affirmation.
And what?
Affirmation.
Oh, affirmation. Oh, you're right. Okay, affirmation. Here it is. Okay. Let's say it together, all right? I'll move over to the side here. I pronounce every experience good and of God, and thereby I call forth only the good. What seemed error disappears, and only the good remains. My mind is now and always fixed on the pure, the just, and the upright. Thank you. Okay, now as we've given our affirmation, we have our wonderful helpers here coming up with our opportunity to tithe. And, okay. You want to say it? Okay. Divine love as me, blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, and all that I circulate. I am so blessed. Thank you, God.
Please join us in singing God is the Source.
God is the source of my abundance. God is the fire in my soul. God is the source of my abundance, and it's the love of God that makes me whole.
Yeah, I took it out and it was a little bit late. All right, please, with me. We give thanks for these many blessings of today, and know they are the symbol of the inexhaustible substance of the universe. I give thanks that 10 times this much or more is now on its way to me, and quickly manifests in perfect ways.
And so it is.
All right, so we have a few announcements today. Let's look and see what they are. Our prayer partner today is miraculously appeared. Who is it? Our prayer partner today? Ah, okay, Helen. Thank you, Helen. Thank you, dear. Prayer team meeting today is on Wednesdays, right? At Julia's house at 10 a.m.
It's on Zoom.
What?
It's on Zoom.
Oh,
That's
okay.
I'd love to have everybody at my house, but
It's Tuesday. And the point of contact is Betty Gardner. Okay, thank you, 9:30 a.m. Metaphysical group, second and fourth Wednesday. The point of contact is Sheila in the back. Thank you. And next Sunday music is with Amy MacLaughlin. That's really good. Any other announcements that we don't have? Yes.
we have sheets in the back here for taxes. If you did donate and you haven't gotten your envelope, they may be back here on the table. Otherwise, they will be mailed to you. Anything else?
Yeah.
I'm on platform next week, and I'm still looking for someone to read the Daily Word and provide us with flowers next week. So if someone wants to volunteer,
I'll do the daily one.
all right, thank you, Barbara.
And their sign-up sheets are back here for
sign-up
the
sheets
next
are in the back.
couple of months.
So please, any one of you can participate and help us with all the different things that we do to make this service a success. We welcome you. Anyone that wants to work, stand up and be a facilitator up here in the platform. We have sort of a guidance, a flow of the service, so we can provide that to you. So it isn't like you have to create something on your own. Rev Jeanne kind of guides us through that. So please, if you like the opportunity, we welcome you.
Joanne,
Yes.
where is the platform?
Anywhere out here. Now, we could move it, but Julia tells me, don't move this, so she can keep it in there.
No, that's not what I mean. I mean, I'm in the English platform.
Yes.
Why is it platform?
The order of service. Term.
Is that what Unity calls it, platform?
Yes.
Okay.
It's the term that Unity uses for it, Barbara.
Okay, all right, I didn't see a platform.
So you're taking it literally, that we need something here, right? But it could be someone standing up and facilitating a discussion, right?
Yeah.
Or you can imagine that this is a raised platform. All right, anything else? Any other? Okay.
We're gonna have a clothing drive, so shoes, clothes, jackets, anything for Andre House. You can bring them after church for the next, I'm gonna do a delivery, the first week of March.
Okay, so bring them.
So bring your clothes, go through your, great time to go through our closets, right? It's January, beginning of the new year. I was actually thinking about doing that.
Yeah, she'll have
So, okay, good. Now, we also have something about Feed My Children. You want to speak to that? Or who speaks to that?
I will.
Okay,
I'm in charge of that, and I'm gonna pick a Friday in April, not Good Friday, but some other Friday in April, because you have to sign up fairly far in advance, and that'll give you guys plenty of advance warning. But some Friday, I think they have a morning slot and then an early afternoon slot, and I'm thinking the early afternoon slot. What do you guys think?
Are you going to their facility?
Yeah,
can you tell us a little bit about what that would entail?
What happens is you go to the facility, which is basically the 60 and Southern, by what used to be Fiesta Mall right there. And they have a big facility, and you go in, they have a little opening. Most people are actually packing food. Some people are stocking and things like that, but most people are packing food. It's a good time. I've done it maybe 10 times. They have music, and people are just really getting into it, and then there's a competition, which table's gonna finish first, and all that. And you scream out, box number 10, and it's a good time. So I will choose that date. It'll be in April, and then we talked in the board meeting about quarterly, doing it quarterly.
And what's the organization called?
It's called Feed My Starving Children.
So it's a really wonderful volunteer opportunity, and so
Yes.
any of you can come, and it's a great way to connect with one another?
It's a Christian organization.
Outside.
It's a nonprofit Christian
Nonprofit.
organization, and mostly they send food to third world countries like Haiti and some African countries, things like that, or where there's some kind of disaster going on.
Sounds great.
Yeah,
It's a 2.5-hour commitment?
it's a little less than 2.
Okay.
Hour 45, like 2 to 3:45 p.m. 2 p.m. to 3:45 p.m.
Are you on your feet completely?
Yes, you are on your feet. There is a small group of people who are sitting and they're labeling, but that's just only like 2 or 3 people.
Thank you.
Good question though, right? To know that you're gonna be on your feet for 2 hours or 2.5 hours, so wear your comfortable shoes, your comfortable clothes, your sneakers. Okay, very good. All right, we'll have sign-ups then coming up.
Yes.
All right, any other announcements here? Thank yous to Barb and Brian, Mark, Julia, Helen, Sheila, Derek, our son is here. And of course to the Reverend, we don't say anything, we don't put, thank you.
Thank you, Reverend.
Yeah,
Thank
add
you,
her name to
Reverend.
that, thank you. Thank you for the great message, all
And
right.
you too, Joe.
And
Thank you.
thank you all for joining us. All right, very good. Let's see, where are we? So, any other announcements? Otherwise, we can do the prayer for protection.
In the song.
Are we good? All right.
Oh, there's another song.
Oh, you have another song, oh, wait, closing song, there
Close.
you go, oh, okay,
Well,
thank you.
this is a prayer for protection song.
Here you go.
So it's a call and response. I am the peace of God.
I am the peace of God.
I am the love of God.
I am the love of God.
I am the power of God.
I am the power of God.
I am the presence of God.
I am the presence of God.
I am a spark of God, like a cup of the ocean is the ocean. I am that I am. I am the strength of God.
I am the strength of God.
I am the courage of God.
I am the courage of God.
I am the faith of
I
God.
am the faith of God.
I am the zeal of
I
God.
am the zeal of God.
I am a spark of God, like a cup of the ocean is the ocean. I am that I am. The light of God surrounds me. The love of God enfolds me. The power of God protects me. The presence of God is me, and wherever I am, God is. I am the hands of God.
I am the hands of God.
I am the feet of God.
I am the feet of God.
I am the breath of
I
God.
am the breath of God.
I am the voice of God.
The voice of God.
I am a spark of God, like a cup of the ocean is the ocean. I am that I am. I am that I am. I am that I am. Let's say our prayer for protection. The light of God surrounds us. I am the light of God. Hold on, wait. There's new words, so pay attention. Pay attention. Let's start from the top. I am the light of God surrounds us. I am the light. The love of God enfolds us. I am love. The power of God protects us. I am power. And the presence of God watches over us. I am presence. Wherever we are, God is. Because you are